Hello and welcome to the M-Man channel on this Monday, the 16th of September, 2013. And I've got in front of me an article from clashdailydotcom with Doug Giles. And I got this article, Barack Obama to Christians, Drop Dead, by Pete Parker. President Obama's irritating tendency, absolutely silence in the face Christian persecution. I don't think you wrote that right. Absolute silence in the face Christian persecution doesn't make any sense. Is beyond gross. Whether it's the besieged church in Iraq or Christian children being incinerated in Nigeria, Obama's reticence can always be counted on. I don't know what that means. Reticence. Someone help me out. The most recent and chilling examples of this is the ongoing civil war in Syria. While Christians are being raped, beaten, and beheaded for their faith, the catastrophe in chief has remained silent while staying steadfastly obsessed with aiding and abetting the very Islamo-thugs responsible for perpetrating such barbarity. Obama, along with his gabble of misfits, often wax indignant whenever an individual threatens to burn a Quran in Florida, but says nothing when Islamic terror groups Boko Haram burns down a Christian academy in Nigeria packed with innocent children. Manifestly, in Obama's world, Christians just don't matter. Even when the amount of evidence is strikingly overwhelming, as it is the case in Iraq, where Christians are being deliberately targeted for death, Obama is far more concerned about Islamic sensibilities being trampled by those individuals drawing cartoons of the Prophet Muhammad. Yes, Obama is more... Oh yeah, let me just stop right there. Obama, I mean, I don't know if it was Obama, but I remember somebody trying to paint the reason why Ambassador Stevens was killed is because of a stupid video on YouTube that made fun of the Prophet Muhammad. Who cares, man? Who cares? We're in America. If you don't like the Muslim Brotherhood and Islam and all the stupid turban-wearing morons that want to kill innocent children and have no value for life, that's your own personal belief and that's your own personal opinion. You have an entitlement to that. You don't have to listen to people to tell you to shut up, man. If you let people tell you to shut up, that makes you a coward, man. You have the Constitution. No one's going to defend the Constitution for you. You defend it on your own. That's what makes America so beautiful, is that we have a law that we can use to our own knowledge to defend our own liberty and our own property, our own everything, man. Our lives. Our lives are at stake. Your children's lives are at stake. Their well-being, their mind, everything is under attack. What the slogan of our time today is, there is a war going on for your mind, in your mind, for your heart right now. That's a very good quote. I forgot who said this, but it's true. There's a war going on in your mind for your heart. And this is exactly that. Do not be deceived and watch, is what Jesus said. Do not be deceived by what? Well, you look around everywhere and everything is a lie nowadays. The educational system is all set up. There's an agenda behind it. It's to condition your children to certain things that are going on politically. Even your children's cartoons are very political nowadays. Everything in society, man. Targeting and overwhelming. So, yes, Obama is more fixated and concerned about Muslims being offended by cartoons than by Christians being beheaded on the streets of Baghdad by virulent mobs shouting Allah Akbar. Lest we forget, it was Obama's feckless foreign policy in Egypt that has caused the dramatic escalation in the persecution of Coptic Christians in that northeastern African country, as par for the course, a persecution Obama refuses to address. Well, look at what the left have been conditioned to believe nowadays. Their enemy is the conservative, God-fearing, constitutional libertarians. Just like the Islam people, dude. They have a common enemy, and so since their enemies are the Bible-believing constitutionalists, the constitutional libertarian, they're going to join up and they're going to get rid of us, my friend. It just proves the Bible to be right so much for me, because it's like, come on, man, we're entering that time where there's going to be another Holocaust, and it's not going to be in freaking Poland or Germany. It's going to be here in the United States, and it's going to be welcomed by our own people, and it's going to be targeted toward people like me who are trying to warn you and saying that if you don't stand up to this all this lying going on, all this intimidation and acting as if you love peace but you are preaching death, if you cannot see past the surface of a man that is totally corrupt, then you're heading to the guillotines. Unless you renounce God, you live in the New World Order, and then you go to hell for eternity. In my opinion, I don't give a damn if you go to hell, because if you chose to serve the devil, man, I serve a holy and just God. I'm not going to question his authority, and I'm not going to question his justice and the way he works. If he sends you to hell because you want to kill me, dude, I don't care. You're killing all kinds of people every day, and you're letting it happen. So I wouldn't miss you, my friend. Who I really care about are the people who are on my side, who are awake, who are empowered to know the truth, and that want to fight against it. You're not my friend if you're living in the world and thinking that it's a joke. Everything is a joke. Your own soul is a joke. You are a yuppie, and I don't want to have anything to do with you, my friend. But I am going to wake you up. And if that sounds harsh to you, that I don't give a damn if you get what you deserve, well, nobody cares, man. I only have enough time to look out for the people that God has placed around me and to my own livelihood, because if I can't take care of myself, I can't take care of others. So, you know what I mean? If you want to work for the devil, dude, that's you. That's on you. I'm just trying to warn you. But if you want to cause persecution in your own country against people who helped build this country, because I am living in the same spirit that George Washington had when he built this country. George Washington wasn't a coward. George Washington didn't just hide behind being a gangster, tough guy all day. He went out and he fought battles every day. He went out and he stood for what he believed in every day. That's ridiculous. What we consider men nowadays are people who go and live after, the lust of the flesh. That's what makes you a man these days. Being a man is being a coward who lusts all day. That's what being a man is, and it's pathetic, man. I'm not gonna freaking shrink down and bow down to you. I'm not gonna just be like, oh well, this guy he's intimidating and he's trying to dominate me through manipulation and all this. I'm not gonna bow down to you. Dude, I'm gonna live in the Spirit of God, and I'm gonna tell you to back up. Because whenever I exercise my faith, I notice even the toughest guys sit still and they listen to what I have to say. Because what America needs right now is somebody that has the Spirit of God, who is empowered not by fear but by the Spirit that God has imparted unto us of peace, love, and a sound mind to speak up for us. That's what we need in society right now. We don't need a bunch of other stupid gangster wannabe Wiz Khalifas in our society. We need God-empowered, Spirit-led Christians to stand up and say, this is going on, shut up, this is going on. I don't care what you believe in, because you pursue your own ungodly lusts. You don't want to listen to us because we are coming in between you and your lust. We're telling you that you have a decision to make that's going to affect the future of your children, the future of this country, the future of your own well-being. We are in neo-feudalistic America. If we don't do anything about it now, an EMP could strike us. Unknowingly, we cannot defend our infrastructures because they're all connected to the grid. We're going to go back to the 1800s, and we're going to be barbaric, living like how they're living in the Middle East. So you either wake up, or you keep partying like nothing matters, and then you wake up in this 1800s hellhole. Anyways, that's my rant for the day. Lest we forget it, at a recent press conference, when confronted with the brutal reality of Coptic persecution, the current occupant at White House responded with a highly inappropriate attempt at humor. Well, I didn't bring my red pen with me today. Excuse me, but W and then asterisk. I don't know what that means. Excuse me, but I don't know what that means. Sadly, this is but a mere snapshot of Obama's macabre attitude concerning this most pressing issue. But if one ever decides to examine President Obama's full body of work in the area Christian persecution, one can only conclude that his message to Christians can be summed up in two words: drop dead. Hello, if you're paying attention to anything today, you can make a clear picture of the president being linked to the Muslim Brotherhood, and he doesn't give a damn about God-fearing American Christians, man. He doesn't care. Hello, are you going to wake up and do something about it, or are you going to sit back and party and be like, well, you know what I mean? You're going to, Martha and Mary, who do you want to be? Do you want to be the guy that just says, oh, well, the end times are here, why should we even care? Or are you going to be someone who tries to fight against it? Well, I'm going to try to be someone who fights against it. Why? Because I have the Spirit on me to do that. I don't have the Spirit of me to lay down and put my thumb in my mouth and put my butt in the air. I don't have that Spirit. I have the spirit to say, you want my life? Come and get it. You want my liberty? Come and take it. You know what I mean? You want my property? Same thing. You want everything that belongs to me because God gave it to me? You're going to have to take it out of my hands. And that's just the way it is. From quoting the great Charlton Heston, if you want my guns, you got to come pry them out of my cold, dead hands, man. Just like my life and what I believe in, you're not going to get me to part from it unless you kill me. Am I afraid of death? Nah. At the end of the day, I could say, yeah, you know, I'm sure it hurts. I'm sure it's horrible. I'm sure it doesn't feel good. But am I willing to die for what I believe in? You better believe that. You better believe that. Every Christian out there, you know what I'm talking about.